Well, it's not too surprising to talk about the headlines surrounding. When I go onto the stage, could you introduce me as Joker? Yes, I finally saw the movie that is supposedly the root of all evil, calls incel uprisings, mass violence, terrorism, it's a force of a white nationalist, etc., etc. Police have been coming over to screenings to protect security guards. There's been people making death threats and security threats on social media, trying to claim them as their own. This will terrify you from limb. Thankfully, I was alive. No one killed me or tried to look at me funny or do some weird shit on the screening. And for that reason, I am very glad. It could have happened when I went to go see the interview. Video on demand. Well, actually, I'll take that back. I saw that at home. It could have happened during Kingsman. It could have happened during Dark Knight Rises, which we all know what happened then. Or it could have happened with Mad Max Fury Road, which had, like this, Dark Knight Rises, someone shooting inside a cinema in that particular film. Hopefully that doesn't happen with this. If it does, they'll have hell to pay. You know the story about this particular one. Joaquin Phoenix is the Joker. It's his origin story, and its descent into madness and mental illness. It's a very strange film. It's very artsy. I don't even know if it's even aimed at a mainstream audience. I think that's the charm of it. It's very much stands its own kind of legs. It is not in of itself a comic book film whatsoever. It is very much like something from the work of a powerhouse filmmaker that will be made for the Oscar or Golden Globe season, which I'm sure it'll probably get some nominations. If not, people will start getting mad about it and not watch it out of protest and say, "They can still there for Hollywood." Well, shut up. Just need to get that off my chest. Well, if you're expecting some sort of like, say, I am the Joker, like Batman 1989, you're definitely not going to get that. This is a film that's more. I know people making the Martin Scorsese comparisons to Taxi Driver and The King of Comedy, but this movie has more in common with films like Henry, Portrait of a Serial Killer, and The Human Centipede 2 full sequels. Films are so controversial that at one point, well, I know the latter one, it was banned until they brought it back and cut it by about 2.5 minutes for it to be legal for distribution in the United Kingdom. Still banned in Ireland. In the case of Henry, that film, was released. They had to cut and trim a few things. Now it's uncut, but they delayed its DVD and video release mainly because of how disturbing and graphic it is. While it is not an 18 certificate, or wasn't banned, Joker is, it is a 15 certificate, it's rated R, but it's a film you should take seriously as to not bring in children along. This movie might be both boring for children, but also might be very disturbing. There are some scenes that, even if the 15 certificate was put in place, were still very shocking for what it was worth. Without giving too many spoilers, a man's face gets smashed onto a wall after being stabbed brutally, and another scene where someone is put a pillow over their face and is very sustained and played very straight. And another scene where a man's shot point blank in the head on live TV. Almost like Christine Chubbuck or Bud Dwyer. That kind of nastiness. This is a film for the psychopath in everyone. If you thought Silence of the Lambs was great and you thought Hannibal Lecter was saying fava beans and ice candy, you're definitely going to like this, or American Psycho. It's really that nasty. I think that's why some people are probably not going to like this, especially the more sort of progressive female audience. Even conservatives and religious people won't like it either for its nihilism. And it is, by God, very nihilistic. I found myself cringing on many of the scenes in this film. More so than Rambo Last Blood or Midsommar, which, like this film, had graphic and extreme sequences. But this is, a bit more mainstream than those other films, and also it's a psychological thriller more than it is just a straight-laced action movie. If you want an action movie, watch The Dark Knight or Dark Knight Rises. You're not going to get it with this. This is a character study in many, many ways. And the controversy surrounding the film, regards to the violence and the supposed incel uprisings, and how it's going to influence young people to turn against their parents and start killing people and say, I hate the rich, I want to kill capitalists. And you got yourself a dangerous film, my friend. Bet you they won't allow it in the South. People don't like left-wing politics or Occupy Wall Street. They kill them like flies. Trust me, this movie, mind. I know it did for me. A lot of scenes that made me cringe. Thankfully, I was alive and safe during the screening. Whew. Well, it won't be any better. The next film I'll be seeing is Jojo Rabbit, which has Hitler, of all people, as a character, in a film that looks to be aimed at children, with a 12A certificate and PG-13, and it has Hitler. Spouting anti-Semitic remarks and making jokes about, you know what to send them to the death and the gas chamber cats, right? Wow. I seem to be a sucker for controversy, don't I? I should beat my own ass and go to prison for even saying that. Trust me, my mind's a threat. So if you want to talk a little bit more about this Joker film and how controversial it is and how unsettling it is, feel free to do so. You should, because this movie's a real talker. More talker than the other superhero film that came out this year called Avengers Endgame. That movie has nothing on this one. Nothing. Trust me, if you haven't seen it by now, you should. Just, if you're really scared about being killed or stabbed, or some widow laughing uncontrollably, don't watch this movie. Or if you have fears of mental illness, or your husband beats the shit out of you, and is mentally unstable like Joaquin Phoenix's character, don't. I feel even sorry for Jimmy Kimmel after interviewing him. I know what happened during that particular film. Spoiler alert. Yeah, terrifying, isn't it? Skinny Ebert signing off. Until next time, be afraid. Be very afraid about the politics of the government and then what's going on inside your cinemas.